Hey guys, it's Marni. Buying a car is a not so fun experience for most people, and it doesn't have to be. At TrueCarcom, they'll help you get rid of the fear that you may overpay. You know when you'll get a fair price because they show you what others paid for the car you're looking for. TrueCar.com analyzes what people are paying for their cars in their market and shares it with consumers so that they never have to overpay. Over 40,000 cars were sold by TrueCar certified dealers just last month. Users see an average savings of $3,046 off MSRP. TrueCar certified dealers go through a certification process, and you work directly with a TrueCar representative that will honor your savings. TrueCar certified dealers believe that truth and transparency are essentials to a better buying experience. First, go to TrueCar.com and find out what others pay for the same vehicle in your market and around the country. Second, register at TrueCar.com to see upfront pricing information and lock in your savings certificate. And the third step is simple. Just print out your certificate and take it to the TrueCar certified dealer for a better hassle-free buying experience. TrueCar has the most comprehensive new car pricing information available and a certified network of dealers that offers a hassle-free car buying experience and negotiation-free guaranteed savings. Support the Ask Women podcast and shop at TrueCar.com.
PodcastOne.com presents the Ask Women podcast. A place where three female comics and a professional wing girl get together to dissect the female mind.
You don't know how I feel.
And explain it to men in terms they can actually understand. Boobs. Now, here's the lovely ladies of Ask Women.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Ask Women podcast.
Marilyn Monroe's favorite show.
Straight from the source. Yes, it's Marilyn Monroe's favorite show certified. Also Bob Hope's favorite show certified by our last show, Psychic. I'm sure you listened to and were rolling your eyes at. Anyway, I'm Kristen Carney, comic, etc. Of course, with Marni Kinrys, best-selling author and relationship.
Woo!
She shaves her legs with the Chic brand. Relationship expert. Andy Ruther also, who was with us last week, who is our certified douche for the show. Thank you for being here. Applause. Yes.
Thank you.
You did a great job as a douche, so we just thought, let's bring back.
I got my douche game is strong.
It is strong.
It's not really. You're a very sweet guy.
Thank you. I don't think I'm that big with douche.
No, you're not. You're a sweet guy. You're a good guy.
Yeah.
Sorry, did I ruin that for you?
No. You ruined it for me because I've been playing it up.
Yeah.
Sorry, but you are.
And then, of course, we have Lauren Rosenberg, who is a super hot, sexy lady in the studio today. And we don't get this very often. Not that Marni and I aren't incredibly sexy.
Right.
But we don't get to talk to other women when the show's called Ask Women a lot.
Right. We usually talk to other guys, which is kind of weird.
Right. So it's called we should just call it Ask
two women
mixed,
only.
Ask trannies or something. I don't know. But anyway, it's
happy
weird.
to be here.
Thank you so much for being here. Last week we're talking to a psychic, so this week we want to make it a little bit more focused on what we normally do.
Like the logical side?
Yeah.
Okay. So then what are we going to talk about?
Let's talk about single women.
I like that.
Well, are you dating or are you?
I'm in a relationship.
Okay, so you're not totally single.
But I've been single before for an extended
No
period
way.
of
So
time.
you do have experience.
Believe it or not, I
okay,
do.
Cool.
I
Well,
do.
I actually have a clip that is from The Bachelorette, speaking of single women. She's not single anymore, but I wanted to play this clip from The Bachelorette. So Ray, who is
This
now
is
with us helping
never
produce our show.
condoned by me playing a clip from The Bachelorette, by the way.
I didn't know that show was still on.
It is.
It
It just
be.
finished. It just finished. But yeah, so whenever you're ready.
I go to Markel.
My Cookie Monster.
While I have Andy in the hot seat, I might as well bring up some serious topics of conversation. Just for closure's sake, I kind of racked my brain as to maybe why we didn't get out of that friend zone.
I think sometimes it's just there and sometimes it's not. Like, I never felt that you were romantic or that I was romantic, it wasn't reciprocal as far as the romance goes. It was always like fun and we did funny things.
I think you were just too shy to kiss me.
Well, I mean, were
He's
you trying to
annoying.
kiss me?
No, not at all. I just didn't know everyone was
I
kissing
want to
you
put
the
a
first
gun
time.
in my mouth and
Okay.
pull the trigger.
Let's pause that for 1 second. Okay. So the part that stuck out for me, I don't know, can you guess what actually stuck out for me?
Something talking about the friend zone.
Yeah, of course. Well, because a lot of guys wonder why they're in the friend zone, and we always say you get stuck in the friend zone because you act like a friend, which is exactly what Andy was saying to Markel. So, Lauren, have you ever had guys that are in the friend zone with you?
I have, but I will say this about some of these guys that come to mind. I don't know if they really want to be out of the friend zone. I think if I gave them the opportunity to have a chance with me, I don't think that they would take it.
That's actually a
Really?
good perspective because we always have talked about it from the guy's perspective, which
Right.
is like, I want this girl. But who knows if that guy actually does want that girl on the girl's end.
Right. Wait, so explain that a little bit more, because I want to understand this.
So I've had a few guy friends where I actually point blank was like, you know what? Let's try this out. Let's make out. Let's go on a date. Let's maybe even take it further than that. And they were like, no, I'd rather just maintain our friendship.
They're gay.
So you were in the friend zone.
I guess I was in the friend zone, but I kind of friend zoned them as well. It was
okay. So it wasn't them coming to you saying, "I want to get out of the friend zone and try this," and then you're like, "Hey, let's try it." They're like, "No."
Yes.
Okay, so it was you. Okay, now I understand where you're going, Kristen. Yeah, so you were in the friend zone and you wanted more.
I wanted to at least see if there was anything there.
And you put it out there.
I did.
Okay, so that's awesome. So you said to them, "Let's try this out." I love that you took the chance and put it out there. What happened to your friendship after?
But I think what's happened already is that Lauren's showing that as the guy, you might be afraid that the girl's going to say no, and they're afraid of that rejection, because that probably doesn't feel amazing when you're like, "Let's try this out," and they're like, "No." That's awkward.
Yeah, and also, I think the guy doesn't want to. I mean, maybe I was friend zoned. Maybe they were friend zoning me, or maybe they just wanted to keep our situation in the friend zone. Like they were afraid what would happen if we did go on a date. Would we maintain the friendship?
Well, Andy, I want to hear what you have to say.
Well, I have actually just had this conversation. No guy just wants to be friends with a girl. No guy. I mean, I might hear you might have different.
I agree.
I might again. I'm completely stereotyping. Every girl I've ever been friends with, at one point, I wanted to have sex with her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But then you were okay with having a friendship afterwards. That's so disappointing for girls, though, like me. Like, I love hanging out with dudes, and it just sucks that, like, I can't just hang out with a dude and have a dude
Kristen,
friend.
that'll never work because you're attractive. I mean, I hate to say it. It's any decent...
I'm going to hang out with dudes with no makeup on because, believe me, like, they'll be like, maybe she's not so great.
Friends.
Yeah, but it goes back to my point of men just being animals, and we just think with our dicks. We're idiots. I mean, I really am making it base with men, but at the end of the day, it controls so many things. Whether it's me or guys I know, it controls so many things we do. You know, it's like, I think Cat Williams used to have a great joke. Like, if you're debating bringing that girl over that you don't want to, or texting her, just beat off, because then you go back to what you're doing. Because it's so true. Because I've been there so many times where I'm like, I don't know if I want to deal with this girl today. I really want sex. All right, just go look at porn, and then you're good. But I think that's the same way with friends. I mean, I don't know. I think that's interesting that you say that, Lauren, that you put it out there, and a guy, that's why I was joking, but not really joking, like, he's gay then. Like,
no, that can't. Listen, there are some male-female friendships that do occur.
Sure.
I feel like because Lauren's in leopard print, you could attract some gay men, though. You know what I'm saying?
It's not out of
it's not
the
a
question.
Stretch.
Yes. Right, exactly. But I want you guys to comment on what you heard from the clip that was being played, because, again, I think it's a really...
Two people that are on a reality show that are kind of annoying.
Yeah, but a lot of people are annoying, and I'm sure there's a lot of annoying people who listen to our podcast. I'm just joking. I love you, and you're freaking awesome. But that happens quite often to a lot of people who are listening to our show, where they are in the friend zone, but they don't usually have the situation where they can face the person that they're in the friend zone with and say, "Why was I a friend? Why did you only act like this with me? Why weren't you romantic with me? Why didn't you kiss me like you kissed the other guys?" And the reason why, because I watched the entire series, is because it's true. He would always be playful with her. He was scared to go to that seduction place, or that flirty place, or that romantic place. He didn't take the chance to kiss her. He instead showed her black and white cookies, and he made her laugh and like tickled her and did all things that were very friendly. Had he gone in the direction of doing something that would put him in another space, he could have potentially got into that place and they could have felt that chemistry.
For me, and I think for maybe for some men, when you say those things like tickling her and stuff, that sounds like flirting to me, because I'm kind of a pussy. Right. I would be like, oh, he's so into me and flirting. And I think for girls, it just, whatever your level is, you know, so she clearly didn't see that as like being masculine. And to me, the next step is going from that flirting to then looking like you're on the cover of a really cheesy romance novel. So it's like, that would turn me off. So it's very hard, I think, for guys to see what is going to get them out of the friend zone, because again, that would have totally worked for me, showing me black and white cookies and stuff. Right. But if you turned on this like hero and opening up your shirt like Fabio, I'd be like, ugh.
No, but you're looking at it as like very like black and white cookie. Like you're like, it's not, it's what's behind all of those actions. It's not the fact that, you know, he's being Mr. Romantic or that he's tickling her. There's a way that he's doing it. He's holding off on showing his true intentions and what he really wants to present to her. So therefore, any action he's going to do is going to be seen as friendly and in that safe space.
You're totally right, because I know from experience. Okay, I used to wait tables like 4 or 5 years ago in Santa Monica, and there's a girl I really liked, and everybody we were friends, and everybody's like, "Oh, when are Andy and Sarah gonna hook up?" She was very like snarky East Coast, like we got along, just
bantered, yeah,
very attractive too. And we were just friends, but we'd hang out a lot of times socially outside of work. Nothing ever happened, and there was it's that period. You get that period where like, look, dude, you gotta balls up, make a move, or don't.
Right.
And I never did, and we still stayed friends, and then. It was we were working like one Christmas. Everybody's always lonely. So we were waiting tables, and we went out and got smashed afterwards. And then I went back to her place.
What a cute Christmas.
Yeah.
That's very romantic for me. Right? So I'm all hammered, and then I did make a move, and she essentially turned me down.
You're like, Santa's here, baby.
Yeah, but you know what? It's because I missed my time. And that's
your time.
It's like Marty's saying, that's on me. It's like I had that few month window. I'm going to try something 6-7 months later where we've just been platonically friends. Then I don't blame her for being like, dude, we're just friends at this point.
Yeah, 100%. But I do like the point that Lauren is bringing up, because like a lot of guys say, oh, women have it so easy. It's just easy. They just walk into a room and they're like, who wants to have sex with me? And every guy lifts up their hand or
their penis.
Or their penis, exactly, and they're ready to go. But I love that you were admitting that you were in situations where you wanted a guy and he said, no, I only want a friendship. Many guys don't think that actually happens to, hot women.
Yeah, it gives it some perspective from men.
And it's also something to do with confidence. Like maybe they don't have the confidence to think that they could bring it home with me. Where they can actually, develop some sort of relationship. And, and also I think another way.
No, I like that you're thinking that way. See, that's confident in you that's what you're thinking.
Well, hopefully.
Yeah, you're like, that's the nice, it's whatever. It's a great way to rationalize it. Exactly. Oh, he's just scared, right?
Yeah,
that's like the normal womanly thing to say. He just doesn't want to be with you.
Yeah.
But it's true. I mean, I can see your perspective on that. He wouldn't want to de-man himself. It makes him vulnerable. Makes him.
I know, all these things are great Band-Aids.
But if you're saying that just shows a big lack of confidence on a guy. I mean, if the woman's making the move and he doesn't, act on it, then it's like, it's very emasculating for a man, I'll just say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? It's like,
is it emasculating for a man to be hit on?
No. Personally, I've never. I think that's hot as shit, because guys are. We've always been taught to make the move, and guys should be the aggressor. Things are definitely changing, which I like, because women are being more assertive. Which I don't know any. I mean, I don't know anybody personally. Like if a girl hits on me, I'll be like, that's great. Like I'll be like, oh no, a girl talk to me first.
Right. But actually a lot of women with this new role for women, they do get very confused on how to be assertive in a dating space without being the aggressor. Similar to what women don't like. Women don't like aggressive, pushy men.
Sure.
Men also don't like that behavior from
No, for
women.
sure. But I'll say this. If I meet a girl and she initiates, and I'll be right, the first thought in my head is she wants to have sex. Like that's, whereas I bet it's completely different on the other end where.
Maybe.
I don't know. If I text a girl, I mean, what do you think from a female side? If I initiate, are you instantly? It's not going instantly as sexual as I think a man would.
No,
I wouldn't. It depends how I feel about that person.
Yeah.
So if I'm thinking like, oh my God, I can't wait to have babies with this guy, I'm not going to think, oh, it's just sex. Let's do it. Bring it on. I'm going to be thinking along the lines of, okay, he's initiating contact with me. He's flirting with me. Similar to what I said in the past episode that you were on, where, you had that passionate sex with that girl for 3 months and you go on dates. In my mind, if I really like you and I see that potential in you, I'm going to be thinking, oh, this is a great start to a relationship. Whereas for you, you're like, this is freaking fun. We're having sex. We're going on dates. We're having a good time. Really casual.
I just hear like the really loud sound effect of a fizzle. Just like,
I know.
That's what happens though in those things. If you don't think that's going to happen, you're unrealistic.
Oh yeah, if you're really but I'm talking about the different perspectives of where people are coming from. The whole message for what I wanted to bring up today, which kind of fits in with what we were just saying, is really to put your intention out there and don't be afraid to do it. You're allowed, like Lauren did, say, listen, I want to try something. We have a good connection. I want to see if it could work in another realm. Let's try it. And the guy said, nah, not really into it. And hopefully you maintained your friendships with them, or you stopped being friends because you weren't really friends in the first place. But putting your intention out there of what you want is super important in every area of your life, not just the dating space. And that's why Markel from The Bachelorette, that's why he didn't get into that non-friend zone space with Andy because he wasn't putting his true intention out there. He was playing it safe the entire time. And on The Bachelorette, you cannot play it safe and win.
Markel sounds like it would be the girl, and Andy sounds like it'd be the boy. I'm really confused now.
That's why you have to watch the show. It's a really good show.
I should be on The Bachelor. Or no, which is the one where the chicks have to choose the dude?
Yeah, that's The Bachelor.
Yeah. Wait, no. So The Bachelorette was one girl and 25 guys.
No, I should be on the other one.
You want to be on where you're the main star?
Yeah, there's no competition.
I would just cut to the chase.
You're just like, you 24 out, I'm taking
you. You would actually be pretty good on that. I could see you doing well. Like, just because you have this kind of like air about you that you'd be like, bitch, move over or whatever. I don't know. But I wanted to ask, Lauren, how did you get into the current relationship that you're in? Was that you initiating again, or was that on his end?
Well, we met online.
Okay.
So
how'd you meet online?
Match.com.
Okay.
Oh, good. Okay. I'm so glad it's not Tinder.
So I think when you meet online on a site such as Match.com, which is a bit more serious,
no, for sure,
than Tinder, you both have the same intentions.
Yeah.
So I mean, in terms of making the first move, I think he did, but we were like making out 30 minutes into
you were already on the same
date.
page.
But I want to go back though. So what was his first move online with you that actually got you to respond?
He sent me a super witty email.
Ding, 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 ding. We literally hear that every time someone gets together online.
Yeah, that touched on everything that was in my profile.
And so many guys don't know that, because I just know from running Tinder sessions on Twitter, so many guys are so aggressive, and I'm the same way. That's how I treat it. I'll be honest, I'll send the same hack line to like 30 girls.
I hate you.
And I'll tell you what it is. My line on Tinder.
I don't want to know what it is, because I can already tell you what it is.
What is it?
Hey baby, you looking good.
No. See,
you're so that guy.
No, he's wittier than that.
You have me way wrong. When I match with somebody on Tinder, like Lauren's saying, a witty line. Exactly. Girls want to see humor. My line will be, now that we're a Tinder match, we need to move to the next step and get married in Vegas, which is like a lighthearted joke.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But you know what?
It's cute.
Exactly.
It's adorable.
It's cute enough.
But it's not tailored, like Lauren just said. It went through everything in her profile.
Yeah, it was tailored
to her. So she knew it was a personal message.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
But it's still...
But that could actually apply to... Listen, if a girl finds that funny, then you guys are on the same page already.
Exactly.
I think it's not like a douchey line.
It goes to what she's saying. It goes back to the point where there's so many douchebags out there, that are just so aggressive with, like, you think I would say, hey, sup, babe?
like want to hook up?
Show me them titties. Like, no, I'm not a fucking Neanderthal.
I think because I've seen your stand-up, I'm like, your jokes are like very like dirty dude jokes.
Yes and no.
So.
I'm progressing.
Okay.
But
I haven't
anyway,
seen you in a while.
I think for sure that's key, because so many guys out there. I mean, I don't know. You could probably tell me more. I think so many guys out there, like on like even a Match.com, are just saying the stupidest stuff that's just so unattractive.
Absolutely.
Right. So what was it that he said?
Well, I think on my profile, I had mentioned some places that I like going to, and he mentioned those places. And well, first he talked about, actually, I read it recently, but now I'm totally forgetting it. But he was just like super, super funny. But I will say this, his first text message to me. So here's the thing too. You have to take, once you're having that witty exchange on the site itself, you have to take it off the site.
Yeah.
So the first text message he sent me, he said, "Hey, Lindsay."
Oh no.
But I gave him another chance.
He got the L right.
Wait, he got the L right.
So that he wasn't trying to be funny.
No.
Oh wow.
He was
closely related, so you kind of
on like getting everything about
funny.
you right.
That's very sweet of you to not just be like, fuck you,
I gave him
dude.
shit for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
you can swear. You can swear.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
The beauty
Free
of a
reign on the podcast.
podcast.
Yeah. Exactly.
But I don't really remember the email because I mean,
it's good though, because something like that initiates you being able to banter with him and give him a hard time, and then you can see if he can take it, and you can go back and forth. Because if he can, that's cool.
But a lot of women would cut off a guy for doing that. A lot of
and that woman,
no,
and that woman, I'm sorry, she sucks. That woman,
100%.
If someone, I cannot stand when someone says, my name's, I think someone's name's Anna, and like they're like, it's Anna. Have at least some sort of sense of humor about it.
Yeah.
I know we're not in England, but it's Anna or something. Say something like that. To add some levity, because instantly it creates like a weird.
But those are just little things that help you show if you do have a connection with
right.
the person. So the fact that you did give him a chance is amazing. A lot of women would not.
I actually couldn't find
Oh, find it.
I'll find it. Because now I'm like, what did he say?
But again, this is so important because I started dating my boyfriend a long time ago. It was through Facebook. But
you guys met in the Old West, right?
Well,
it's been that long ago.
Yeah. He was the one spreading all the gonorrhea. He said to me, again, huge Seinfeld fan, he saw on my profile that I loved Seinfeld and Curb Your Enthusiasm and Larry David, and he also did. And I knew him from growing, like we knew each other originally somewhat from where we were from. But anyway, he lived out here, and the opening line on my Facebook message was, "Marry me, ? And then I opened it, and all it said was like, "You love Larry, I love Larry. I mean, it just makes sense."
Sure.
And to me, it was like, boom, yes. Because I had broken up with the guy beforehand because he didn't like Seinfeld. All of a sudden, I have some guy who didn't know that about me saying, let's go out together because we both love Larry David so much that we'll definitely have something in common. And that, I mean, we've been together for 6 years. And it really makes a huge difference.
Yeah, and there are a lot of Curb episodes to talk about.
That would be perfect.
And not to mention, anybody who does not like Curb needs to burn in hell.
No,
that's a great show.
I know. There you go. Then not for you. If they don't like, they're like, what's Curb Your Enthusiasm? Or I hate that show.
Right.
Like that show makes
like
my
Curb
husband
Your
very uncomfortable. He still watches it, but he's just like, because it reminds him too much of his father. So he's just like, I can't watch it. It's just like childhood memories all the time. Yeah. But yeah,
okay.
let's hear.
I have it. For the men out there, I
love this.
I have this email that did the trick for me. Okay. So I appreciate your apparent ability to ingest loads of useless information / trivia. I also think your views on relationships don't suck at all. Also, the Wellsborn, because we had mentioned that in both of our profiles. Regarding TV taste, I appreciate that you put Tootsie as opposed to White Chicks or She's the Man. See, I'm even
awesome.
laughing at it right now.
Yeah, and these are all things you guys connect on.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, hey, the name's M something. How you do on this fine day? So,
that's cute.
Yeah, it all started there.
Yeah. I think that's cute. I love that he touched on certain points. I think that's good.
Yeah.
But I like also that he teased you right away, right off the bat, because that will get you to pay attention. He didn't put down what you had put, but he slightly teased you about it, which I think is great. A lot of guys, which is similar to the friend zone that Markel was talking about, they try to please. They don't want to say anything off the cuff, or possibly that she may read it in the wrong way. And they just stay in this really safe zone.
Which is boring.
Which
is the most dangerous place to be.
Yeah, absolutely. I know we're going on tangents about this, but I wanted to wrap this up because we have to make this a shorter show today because we're short on time. And that's how it happens, people. So yeah.
It's a bummer.
But main point from that clip that we were playing is that if you want to be more than a friend, you have to act like more than a friend. You have to put your intention out there. Don't miss out on opportunities like Andy did, where he does it 6 months later. But seize the moment, go after what you want, and see if you can make something happen. If not, you cut your losses, you move on, and you find somebody else that you might have that connection with. But we're going to come back after this and do some analyze this because
we're not going to make a shorter show. You just said we're making a shorter show.
No, I was saying just end this now. Maybe I'll answer a few questions.
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So we'll be back after this.
And now, Katy Perry.
Imagine going on stage without any guitars or keyboards, drums, or a microphone, and being expected to roar. Tough, right? It's the same with our teachers who are using their own money so students can learn. DonorsChoose.org is a charity that helps teachers get what they need for students to succeed. That's why Staples is donating $1 million to the cause.
Join Katy Perry and donate at staples.com/MakeRoarHappen.
Hey, this is Greg Fitzsimmons, host of FitzDog Radio, right here on Podcast One. Join me. Track my rage against middle age, the exploration of what's behind the scenes in Hollywood with guests like John Hamm, Zach Galifianakis, Jimmy Kimmel, Carolla, Hardwick, Rogan, Sarah Silverman, all the big guns. We talk personally in a funny way. Come check it out. FitzDog Radio on Podcast One.
You're listening to the Ask Women podcast, a Podcast One presentation.
Whatever. Okay, you guys, welcome back to Ask Women podcast. We are getting right into overanalyze this because we have to do a shorter episode today, and
kicked out of our studio.
Yeah,
space.
so we're going to have Andy and Lauren help us answer this question.
Yes, you guys ready?
Beat them to death.
Ready as well.
All right. Okay. Hey, I love y'all's show. Just have a question. He must be from
the South, Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta, exactly, or from when we were cowboys. I'm in my early 40s, single, never married, and no girlfriend right now. Question: should an older man, such as
Andy
myself,
in a few years.
have a one-night stand with an 18-year-old girl. I say as long as it's consensual and respectful, there's nothing wrong with it. What's y'all's opinion? Thanks, Larry. What's y'all's opinion?
How old is this guy again?
40? He's 40.
Let's just replace girl
Early
with
40s.
sheep, Larry. We're not stupid. No, I would. No, I mean, if she's legal,
play
fine.
ball.
But I always say my opinion on young girls: they don't know how to fuck. But that's just my personal opinion.
Interesting.
I'm not into the young
Do you
girls.
enjoy showing them? Like teaching them?
No, I don't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
I got it. You're a big businessman, so that's true. You don't have time for it. What do you think, Lauren?
I'm not one to judge if it's legal.
See,
how about it?
I say the same thing. There's a lot of guys who are not as confident with their answers, who are like, I know it's really wrong and I should be embarrassed.
Well,
blah,
we had a guy on our show a while ago, actually Mike Carano, Loveline,
Yeah.
guy, and he's I think 42 or something like that, or 46
21
maybe.
his girlfriend,
and he
right?
was dating like a 21-year-old, and he said at the beginning it was hard for him because he felt like she was legal and everything. It just felt like he had to like handle her like a doll, like she was like you couldn't really touch it, and you had to be careful, and you had to place it gently on the shelf.
That sounds miserable.
But then he started to get comfortable with it. So I think if this guy has reservations, it's going to be weird.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
But if
he's saying have a one-night stand.
Yeah, but if
why
he's
not?
He doesn't even know who this woman is.
Right.
Who
He's
is
just
this?
saying, can I
In
do
general.
this?
Oh, in general.
I think he's saying, can I
Yeah,
do this?
legally, yes, you can.
Yes, legally, yes,
yes.
you can. Thank you, lawyer.
Yes, Larry, you can
Lauren.
leave your mom's basement and go try to have sex with an 18-year-old girl.
Exactly. All right.
But what I was saying is, like, if he's aware that she's 18 and he's going to act differently around her and through the experience, it'll be weird and probably not that enjoyable.
I hear you.
Agreed.
Okay.
The end.
Next one. I'm going for only short questions because we have a short amount of time. What do you say to your girlfriend when she starts packing on the LBs? I'm not talking 5 pounds. I'm talking
Hey,
10
fatty.
to 20 pounds. What can I say to her, Matt?
What is he? That's very. But what's his status?
I don't know.
See, he doesn't.
Yeah, we
say
need
that.
more information.
Okay,
here.
so give two sides of the coin. So let's say
That's-
Matt himself is a fatty.
Then that's bullshit,
Okay.
and they should go work out together. Then.
Well,
Okay.
I think also there could be something else deeper going on. So to have a full conversation, not just like, why don't you just go work out or let's get a gym membership? It's more like,
What's eating you?
what are you eating?
Exactly.
I think you sit down with her and you just say, hey, you know, are things changing in your life? Like, are you feeling okay? But not pointing it at weight, not making her aware that you're just saying.
Right.
Because I mean, I know in my relationship, my boyfriend's put on pounds and he's taken off pounds. And like the way I've always talked about it has been like, is everything going okay? Are you feeling well? Like what is
Well, 10 to 20 pounds is a lot.
It is
for
a
a girl.
But I mean, you just sit down and what I'm saying is just have a deeper
He
conversation.
should just have a scale in front of her before she eats every time.
Yeah.
Be like, get on it. Let's see.
Yeah. Also, they might be very comfortable in the relationship now, so maybe he needs to change things up.
So what does that
yeah.
mean? Change things up. So either be more romantic, or what?
More-
What do you mean?
Well,
Exercise
yeah,
more.
Well, more romantic, or it just seems like maybe they're just too comfortable in what they're doing, and so she doesn't care what she looks like.
Right.
So I don't know,
Right.
maybe more
Right.
nights on the town where she has to look pretty, and maybe she'll realize like, hey,
He's like, we're
the
going
dresses
out on
don't
the
fit
town, but
anymore.
we're not eating.
Okay. Right, exactly. We're just
like,
gonna do
this
a
is
lot of
drinks
cardio.
only.
We're walking.
Your dinner
wherever
tonight
we
is a
go.
crouton.
Yeah. No, well, the thing is that Lauren's right. That does happen a lot. You get really comfortable in a relationship, and sometimes you start to feel unsexy. So you start putting your sweatpants on a little bit earlier in the evening or all the time, and you start packing on a few pounds because you can cover it up with your huge moo-moo that you wear in front of your boyfriend. if you don't have a need to be sexy, then it becomes difficult to actually be sexy, and you get really comfortable being unsexy, which doesn't feel very good, which can actually lead to further weight gain. So I kind of agree with what all of you have said. I love that Kristen said have a real conversation about what's going on, because 10 to 20 pounds sounds like a lot of weight.
There's something emotional
there's something else going on there.
underneath that.
Yeah, and then also something else is going
Buried
on
way
with your
deep.
relationship that you guys are getting too comfortable, and there's a sign that you need to switch things up.
He should just fuck it out of her.
Exactly. Cardio for everybody.
Oh, you're so well-rounded. I love
Right?
that.
Awesome. Okay, one more question. I want to do a short one. Damn it, it's going to be kind of long. Okay, my question is about a girl who says that timing is bad to move a relationship forward. Do you think that this is a valid reason, even once in a while? Should a guy continue to pursue and try to win her over, even if she stopped responding to calls and texts?
She
Do you
doesn't
want to hear the
like
background
you.
story?
No,
on this
I don't.
guy?
No, we don't need to.
Yeah,
She's not responding
It's a
to
Tinder
calls.
story.
Okay, she's not responding
my
to
God.
calls and text messages.
Figure it out, dude.
Yeah. This is when it gets into the creepy zone.
Oh, for
totally
sure. For sure, creepy.
Yeah. Especially creepy that he's writing a super long. What I'm looking at on Marni's computer right now is an incredibly long
that I
story.
condensed. I actually did condense
This guy wrote a Charles Dickens novel.
She's just definitely not interested.
Yeah.
She's not responding. She's not interested. That means
one time.
I am not.
That's my rule. If a girl's responding to me one time, I'm done.
Yeah.
I think it's okay to do a second time if you want, just to say like I did try, and put it out there. But technically, if you send a message once and she does not respond, she's over and she's not.
I think so many men don't get that.
I know, that's why he's writing the story. And if you cared to hear the whole story, you would see what he did. You don't want to hear it.
No, he did mention time. He did mention timing.
Okay, story goes. We were hitting it off on Tinder. Tinder stories. See, call out to you. I offered to call her, and she agreed. We hit it off on the phone as well. Shared great laughs.
And then she met me and didn't like me.
3 good conversations late into the night. Being in another city, though, it was tough to meet up. So he spreads his Tinder pretty freaking far. So the following week, she turned cold. Stopped replying on chats. Stopped answering phone calls. I tried twice. And I finally asked if she was still down to meet up. She said it was bad timing and wished me good luck. I was disappointed, but thanked her for her honesty and said it was great to find someone with chemistry again after so long. I wished her a fond goodbye, and she replied and she said she really felt the same way, but her life was too overcome with work, relationships, and working out, so she's not.
If it's overcome with relationships, then it's not your relationship.
Exactly.
She seemed very determined with that. We had a couple more texts after that, but she definitely fell away. I was debating whether to keep pursuing, albeit with just a friendly text occasionally, but also wondered whether turning around and walking away was the better thing to do. I want to be the man who knows what he wants. I want her, and I want to tell her that, but without even meeting her and without much correspondence with her anymore, this seems like a waste of breath and dead end. What would you guys do? How would an assertive, confident man treat the situation? Thanks, John.
Know that there are other options out there. I know it's cool to know what you want, but when it's not realistic, move on. That's confidence and it's attractive.
Also, it's an LD relationship, which you want to stay away from. Long distance, right?
Long dick.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say Larry David relationship. I'm like, go with that. Yeah.
Yeah. That Larry David relationship, okay.
Yeah.
Long distance.
I have an LD relationship.
Not
Long dick.
Yeah, this guy you see the look on my face? This guy just annoys me. You're pathetic. You need to get Andy Ruther counseling. Grow a pair of balls. Move on to the next chick. There's a million chicks in the world, dude.
Yeah. Perfect. And that was the perfect way to end our show. Get some balls. But you know what? They don't like when we say that to them.
No, they don't.
Who's that person who wrote in about calling them pussies?
I don't know. A pussy.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you once again to Andy Ruther for being on the show. How can people get in touch with you?